Okay, you guys, next video. I started building a computer months ago, I think in July or June or something. Had a problem with the power pack for 2 months. Finally got here, and in between all that time, been busting my head because after I paid $2,000 to put a tower together, per se a mid tower, it's actually a lot bigger than I expected. Got my eyes set on a Mac Studio, and I was like, you know what, that's pretty good. I like the architect. I like the way it works. I don't like being locked in by Apple. I didn't trust that Windows would work great on there because it's a totally different architecture. It's not x86, it's ARM. ARM, excuse me. It still intrigued the hell out of me, and I found something called a NUC. The box is back there. NUC 12 Extreme Dragon Canyon. It's the i9 version. And I had a few problems, so that's what the video is about. The problems where I'm at right now. I'm still waiting for my RAM because it's different. It's a laptop RAM, SODIM. It is not regular DDR4 for tower. It's different, and I found that out the hard way. Then I tried to put my graphics card in there. Of course, it won't fit. And a few other small things, so I want to point that out. Hence the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. And the computer's not built yet, but when it is built, I'll put that video up right until then, okay? But some of the problems I'm running into so far. Okay, you guys, get a whiff of that. That's an Intel NUC 12 Extreme Dragon Canyon i9. Okay, let's see what comes in the box. I didn't pay full price for this one because it's actually a used version. They said it has 9 rating instead of 9.5, so I expect to see some issues with the unit. Not sure how much, but definitely expect to see something. More of that heavy, nice, looks like closed cell styrofoam. Great looking box. So the other one came in a okay, she's already out. She's got some weight to it. It's not terribly light. And of course everything's in the way, so let's put it heads up. And you guys seen the box there. Looks like that's the instructions there. Got possible other information. A quick start guide. I apologize I can't start it for you guys today. What's happening is I don't have the DIMM SODIMM memory. I have DDR4, the regular memory, in a different computer which I just purchased. And when I purchased it, I actually got my eyes set on a Mac Studio Max. About $2 grand. I paid at least $2 grand for mine, and I really like the architect that they use, the ARM architect. Just that it's not perfectly suited right now, especially for a Windows user, despite if you're gonna get parallels. Pay whatever the price is for parallels, and you're going to okay, first thing I'm looking for is signs of wear. Nothing on the back face at all. I didn't see the cable in there. I have cables though. Okay, pretty much just show it to you guys. See if you guys see any signs of wear on there. Okay, it would be at the bottom, which way there should be a M.2 slot right here. Okay, and this would be the LED lighting strips. A couple here, one here for underneath. Okay, so very interesting. She's got to weigh close to 20 pounds. Okay, you guys, a lot to discuss here. It's a NUC 12 Extreme Dragon Canyon. It's the i9 version. 12,900 I believe. Not the one with the K. So it only goes to about 65 watts. Unit came extremely clean. I got it from B&H Photo for $1,200 instead of paying $1,700 with tax and shipping. So I saved myself about $500, and being that chip is a $500 chip, I paid a lot less than I would normally pay, but there came some problems with it, and I wanted you guys to see what's going on, okay? One more guy. There was a couple of problems I noticed pretty quick, so one of my screws is in there tight. That one is not in. That one is not in. So, okay. Alright. Had to lift up on these two tabs to get it out. The back piece. The other two pieces slide out on the side here. Front panel is a little heavier. It's seems to have more metal on it. The rear panel seems to have less on it. Seems lighter, mostly plastic, the rear panel. So it'll be easier to distinguish it that way. Okay, so far. You pull up on these two, it actually says pull here. Just kind of pull out a little tiny bit, the whole thing opens up. When I first tried it, I didn't pull off the rear panel, and I didn't understand why it didn't open. So that was my mistake. Second mistake right here, there's actually an antenna there. Can you guys see that right there? There's a small antenna right there, a small antenna wire. Goes through here, goes to the board. And it was actually on the outside, it was in the wrong position. So I had to take off the plug area and put the antenna back where it belonged, tape it down again, put the plug thing back in, and now it seems to be a lot better off. The next major issue was my card. A Asus RX 6600, which is this guy right here. And she wouldn't fit in the case. And everybody says, well, you got to get a double wide. And I actually modified it here. I actually cut it here with a Dremel tool to get it to slide in underneath here. And I got the card in place. I got the plug in place, but I couldn't get the cover on. So this guy's too wide. 48 millimeters, 48 plus, or 1.9 inches plus is too wide. 1.75 is what you're looking for to get it to fit, because there's about 1/8 of an inch or so a little wide. So I'm gonna have to put some tape here and give this away with my new other case, which I built not too long ago. I had a problem with the power supply. That didn't work out. I could have still made it work, but I wasn't happy with the form factor, because the second I bought it for $2,000 or so, I looked at the Mac Studio, and I was like, you know what, that's a nice gig. And I looked at the architect, and then I found out you can't run Windows on it, and unless you run parallel, which I believe you have to pay a yearly for that. So there's no boot camp on it. And being a new architect for, let's say, computers or so, I'm not sure what Windows programs will even run on there. I think Mac did their homework already. The air shroud, fresh air comes in from the outside of the back, hits the PC unit itself where the motherboard is at. And there's another board on the bottom here a lot of people don't talk about, and it's longer. It's about as wide as the whole case. And there's different connections on there, so not all the connections are on this board that goes in there, okay? Alright, so my Asus RX 6600 did not fit in here. It was too wide. So please remember that. When you put the side panels back in, you're going to see, okay, this one has plastic on. You're going to see that plastic pieces here that go on these little tabs over here, which are metal. So be careful, slide that in, don't force it. You don't want to break that little tab, okay? Another thing to be careful with. People were not really discussing all this on YouTube when I was looking around, and so I was very interested in this form factor. Okay, definitely had a little bit of trouble here with it. So you can see my card didn't fit, so I'm out of card now because I couldn't force it to fit in there no matter how much I wanted to. Okay, a little persuasion there to get this out. There is a connector there for the fan. It goes to the board, so you want to be careful with that wire. Okay. Fan doesn't look very strong. Couple of heating pads here. Help dissipate some of the heat with it. M.2 cards go right here. One here, one here. I'm waiting for my... I have an M.2 card in my other computer now. I already cloned it because all my cards are Samsung, so I was able to use the Samsung migration system, and I was able to clone both of them. These are not regular DDR4 slots, they're SODIMM slots, which I believe is for laptops. That's one of the ways they were able to have weight savings here. Okay. Not sure I really want to take this off here. I already had enough bad luck for tonight. So I'm gonna leave everything alone till I get it back together. I got a 1 terabyte drive here that goes here, and there's two different markings on there. It says 12 volt DDR4, and it's a Gen 4. DDR4, so I guess I'm putting mine in the Gen 4, which is what I got. I guess it's for the second one. I'm not sure if they're different speeds or anything like that. Okay, so you guys get an idea of the mistakes I got. This guy right here, my card didn't fit. Where's my card at? Here it is right here, and I did show you that I did modify it to try to get it to fit, but it was at least 1/8 of an inch too wide. So if you can get it like 1.6 inches wide, or per se 40 millimeters wide, so you're gonna need something around that range to get to fit a card to fit in here properly. And I've never seen anybody say they had a problem getting a card in. So that's really kind of got to me. I guess that's why the gentleman decided to ship this back, because he didn't want to go through the hassle I went through, the trouble I'm going through. But there it is. Okay, so until I get it together, you can see as far as I got from now. You can see the problems I have for now till we get to part 2. Okay. Also, this wire right here, there's a slot inside the housing. Can you see the slot right there? So this wire right here goes in that slot when you put it back together. Okay, should be good to go with that. So let me stand it up, get it all back together until I get my RAM, because it didn't come in, and I cannot run the unit without RAM. I checked on the internet. It's like they won't. You need the RAM to communicate certain things. Okay, all right. Now it's set back in nice and flush on the bottom. I'm good to go. Got everything in place right. Little clipping. Got everything back together. Now this unit, well, Intel has internal graphics, and I've been running my other computer without a graphics card for 6 years. 4790K. I was trying to build a Hackintosh, and I got a I think it was Tony 86. Went to his site and try to get the correct information. Okay, that went right back into place. Yep, there it goes. Let's put the screw in there. So now I gotta hunt down another graphics card, or I can actually run it the way I did my other computer without a graphics card, because Intel has their own internal graphics. Now the 4790K, I have a water cooler on there. and this is a lot smaller, which is what I wanted, because I got jealous when I saw the Mac Studio. And then the more I thought about it, I said, you know what, this is way too many complications. The system is too new for me. And I've used Apple before, but I like Windows a little bit better. I don't like being locked down by Apple. So I decided to go with this guy right here. And I will wind up eventually getting a graphics card, putting one in here. But I got some serious research to do. At least you guys saw the problems I ran into. You guys don't have the same problems I had. Okay. The graphics card was also hitting against here, and it was pretty tight, and I couldn't get the door on. So I was getting ready to cut the back, and I was like, give it away. Somebody who's going to get the other computer is going to get a better deal on it. Okay, I think you guys heard it snap into place. Let's get all the cables out of the way so we get the covers back in until I get to part 2. Okay, this is the back piece, the plastic. I can feel it's lighter. And when you do put the graphics card in, if you got to get it out, you got to go in between the board where the shroud is at and push this lever down to get it out. It's going to be almost impossible to go from underneath the graphics card to get it out. I did see a couple people point that out. It's a little bit tricky, so. Okay, this goes this way. You can see the pins I was talking about in the back here. They're plastic, so you want to get everything in nice and smooth. It goes almost all the way forward. To give you guys a slightly better illustration. Okay, you saw that? And that's it. It's in place right. Now I got to do the other side. Okay, that basically is it right there. And you got those 2 tabs, one for the bottom, one for the top. And now I got to do the other side. So yeah, I'm a little upset, but hey, these are computers for you. Get used to it. Okay, that one went in very nicely. Let's put the back in place, and that'll be the end of the video for now. Until I can get the rest of the parts, put it together, and get it running. Okay? Hope I gave you guys enough information. A little bit tricky, huh? There it is. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, everything's in correctly. Not seeing anything that's not incorrectly. Take my time here because we want to get this done right. And this piece is plastic in the back. It looks like I broke a piece of the blue slot, the Gen 5 PCR slot. Okay, that was a ticket there, just nice and easy and slow. It's in place now. So this is going to be part 1 for now until I get a chance to put up part 2. You're going to have some difficulties for this, but I'm glad I'm pointing out the information for all you guys so you guys don't have the same difficulties I had. And I did get it used. These are probably going to be almost impossible to find used. So I went for it. Very happy I did, but very unhappy that the graphics card did not fit in there. And the backup to this is you don't need the graphics card if you're a YouTube creator like myself. If you're gaming, you're going to want a graphics card. That's a given. Alright.